This post is for the people around Mr. Trump that do the visual aids or write out the couple of condensed sentences in order to explain how things work to Mr. Trump. All right, this is for you. Now, he's been talking about the Alien Sedition Act of 1789, but I don't think he really understands it. Now, I have a copy of it right here. And the thing is, there is only one piece of it that's actually left, and that's the alien enemies piece. And that's here under the law. Now, there's a lot of words, and I know he doesn't like the words, so I wanted to give you a visual aid that you can share with Mr. Trump or kind of tweak and make it your own. There are two ways that the Alien Enemies Act can unlock presidential power and allow Mr. Trump to decide to boot people out of the country. Alien Enemies Act as a lock, and Mr. Trump here needs one of two keys. All right, I know this is backwards, but you know what I'm saying, and you'll have to turn it the other way for Mr. Trump if you're going to use this visual. He needs one of two keys, or else that act won't be unlocked. So he can't use it. He can't get rid of people under that act. We have this key, and I know it's backwards. First, Congress can declare war against another country, right? So they can do a declaration of war. That's in the Constitution, but Congress would have to do that. Now, Mr. Trump can ask his people in Congress to go forward on that and see if they'll do that. Or there has to be a nation or government invading or predatorily incursioning, all right, something against the American government, all right? So this one sounds a little tricky, but it's not. It's not. Another nation or the government of another nation is involved in invading or doing a predatory incursion against the United States, all right? So war declared by Congress or nation government invading or going forward on a predatory incursion against the United States. So that's what is required in order to use the act to round people up and kick them out of the country. Now, right now, we don't have either of these things. Mr. Trump is saying, well, what about the Venezuelan gang people? All right, I think that's a fair question. A gang is not a nation or a government. Now, some gangs may put themselves out as a nation, and that's fine, but we can all self-label how we would like in a lot of ways. But if he actually wanted to go down the road of using this act, he would have to have the Venezuelan country trying an invasion. All right, see the difference there? So show him the keys, everybody. He needs one of these two keys, or he cannot unlock the Alien Enemies Act of 1789. That was part of that alien sedition situation. So I'm hoping this helps a little bit, because I'm a visual learner too, and I hope this helps him to understand that he doesn't have either of these keys, so he can't unlock it. Now, even without the keys, of course, he can do executive orders. He can do an executive order that says, you know, the Kool-Aid man needs to walk down the Pennsylvania Avenue twice a day for the next year. Sure, he can do that. But then, you know, the lawsuits come and they say that's not, appropriate. That's not under your powers, Mr. Trump. You can't force the Kool-Aid man to walk down Pennsylvania. So then it goes in front of the court, and Mr. Trump directs the Department of Justice to defend his executive order, forcing the Kool-Aid man to walk down Pennsylvania Avenue. And they have to go in front of a judge, and a judge has to say, like, all right, this is where my career is now, making these decisions on the Kool-Aid man in an executive order, because that's what the president wants to do today. And that can be a little frustrating for the judges. But sure, he can put in an executive order and it can go to court. And then the judges can come back and say, that's not in your authority. In your authority, if you're curious, is set out in Article 2 of the United States Constitution. And so I'm sure the people who make his visual aids can kind of break that second article down and do pictures and do some visuals for him to help him understand that this is outside of his powers. So feel free to use any piece of this post that you find helpful in order to explain to Mr. Trump that Alien Sedition Act, Alien Enemies Act deportation situation. And I hope it helps. But at the end of the day, remember, we need one of two keys to unlock the Alien Enemies Act to deport the people that Mr. Trump doesn't like. Okay, so good luck to you. I know your task is Herculean, but I have faith in you.